bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out.
What up, MVP crew? It's your boy Rod J, back in the building with another video. So from the title, I'm sure you guys can already tell this whole video is about to be about nipples. Which is kind of weird because I don't really talk about my nipples too often, or my nipple rings. I should say not really my nipples because nobody really talks about their nipples. But my nipple rings, I don't really talk about them too often. That is why I don't have a shirt on. So you guys can see my nipple rings just because this is a video about nipple rings. But anyway, if you guys aren't a part of the MVP crew yet, make sure that you go ahead below, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it a lot. It helps me out so much. And you get to be a part of the littest crew on YouTube, the MVP crew. While you're at it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button right now. Go ahead and do it right now so you can get it out the way and you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the video, all right? So with all of that business being taken care of, let's go ahead and hop into this video. All right, y'all, so I keep getting a lot of questions about my nipple piercings. I get questions about does it hurt, just all kind of questions. So what I decided to do was take the most asked questions and kind of answer them for you guys. I didn't realize there was a lot of people out there who were interested in getting information about nipple piercings. Somebody just honked their horn. Who were interested about getting nipple piercings, or you know, who just wanted to know any knowledge about getting their nipples pierced. So the first question that I always get, why did I decide to get my nipples pierced? I got my nipples pierced literally just out of nowhere. I was just like, I want to do something new and I want a new piercing. I've had my eyebrow pierced, I had my tongue pierced. I have a lot of holes in my ear, so I just wanted something new. And I just got up one day, I was riding in a car with somebody and we passed the tattoo place and I was like, I'm about to stop there and get my nipples pierced. And yeah, I left with 2 nipple piercings. By the way guys, as y'all can see, this one is like the bar is bigger than this bar. So just keep that in mind when y'all are looking at it. Don't judge me because I lost the ball to this one and I had a long bar, so I just stuck the long bar in there and put those balls on there. But yeah, pretty much that was the reason why I went and I got my nipples pierced. There was no specific reason. I just got them pierced. The second question that I get a lot is, do your nipples have to be a certain size in order to get them pierced? I had fairly small nipples. I don't know if you guys can really tell. My nipples kind of stick out now just because of the piercings. I'm gonna insert a picture right here so you guys can see how my nipples looked before. They were actually really, really small. And that was one thing that I was kind of worried about, was that I wasn't gonna be able to get them done just because my nipples were too small. That just means they have to go a little bit deeper under the skin, I guess. I'm not sure. But they did get them, and now like I actually have like nipples, like they actually stick out. This is kind of weird. I keep like playing with my nipples. Does it hurt when they get pierced? For me, it didn't hurt that much, just because I have a high pain tolerance. He did this one first. This one hurt a lot more than the second one he did. I don't know if it's just because I was, you know, I know what kind of pain I was gonna get from the second one, but the first one definitely hurt a lot. The second one, it didn't hurt that much. I didn't scream or cry or do anything that I see like a lot of people doing in videos. I didn't do any of that, so I'm not really sure. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much it hurt, I would probably say like a 7. It is quite a bit of pain, but it's very tolerable, at least for me it is. If you can take dick, you can take a nipple piercing. That's all I'm saying. How long do they take to heal? This one I feel like is fully healed. This one I'm still like waiting to heal. Sometimes it scabs over a little bit. They say it could take up to 2 years to heal. I don't think it'll take that long. Like I have like no pain or anything like that, so I don't know. I got mine pierced back in December or January. It was either December or January when I got mine pierced. So less than 6 months ago, and I mean, for the most part, they're pretty much healed. If I snagged this one a lot, so I don't know if that's why this one still scabs over every once in a while, or because of the long bar that I have in it. But they say up to 1 year to 2 years that it takes to fully heal, but you won't be getting like any type of like pain or anything like that after a couple of weeks. Me, really, like after the first like 5 or 6 days, I was able to like do this without any pain. You know what I mean? So it doesn't take that long to heal, which is a good thing. How much does it cost to get your nipple pierced? I don't know where it costs where you're at. It varies from state to state, I guess, or city to city, I don't know, or tattoo shop to tattoo shop, I guess. Mine cost $35, I want to say. Either $35 or $40. I know it wasn't over $40. And it came with the jewelry and all that. Pretty much you're paying for the jewelry. The piercing is pretty much free. Like, you're just paying for the rings that go in it. And yeah, so like $35, $40. It's not like that much. And I mean, to me, it's worth it. So I would say go do it. What is the process of, what do they have to do to pierce your nipples? Yeah, a lot of you guys might already know this because you've gotten tattoos if you've gotten piercings before, but there are a lot of people out there who have never had any piercings or tattoos who are asking me these questions, so I'm going to explain it from the beginning to the end. So once you go into the piercing place or tattoo place, whatever you want to call it, they're going to take you back to a back room, or at least this is my experience. They take you to a back room and they lay you down on like it looks like a hospital bed, but it's just like, I guess like a tattoo bed, I don't know. They lay you down on there, they sanitize everything up, they use like rubbing alcohol and stuff, and they sanitize everything up. Then they get a permanent marker and they put like 2 little dots on each side, just so that they can, you know, measure it out, like where they're gonna pierce it at. Once they do that, they have like their little piercing needle, and then they put that inside of like petroleum jelly. What is the other word for petroleum jelly? Y'all know what I'm talking about. They put it inside of that, and then like they pierce it with this, well, they get a clamp, so it's like a big like clamp thing, and they clamp your nipple, and then they wrap a rubber band around the clamp so that it's like super, super tight, and then they pull your nipple out, and then they push it through, and then that's like, that part is painful, but I felt like for me the most painful part was after they push it through, after they've like pushed the needle through, the needle's just sitting there and the clamp is still on, and then he reaches over, he gets like the actual like jewelry, and then he pushes that through. And that was like the part that hurt for me, the transition from the needle to the piercing, or to the jewelry, like that hurt like absolute hell. And then him trying to put the ring on there, that hurt like crazy too, because he has to like pull it out and like do all of that extra to it. So like I legit wanted to like punch the nigga in the face. Like that shit hurt bad as hell. Did it bring me any sensation or any extra sensation when I got my nipples pierced? Y'all, when I tell y'all, like literally, my nipples were so small, as y'all saw from the picture that I inserted. My nipples were so small that I got no type of sensation or feeling or anything from niggas like, you know, like licking on my nipples or touching my nipples or anything. Like playing with my nipples, I got like no type of sensation. Now, after getting pierced, like I have like a lot of sensation in my nipples. Like they're very, very sensitive. Like as you see, like I can touch this one. Like if I do that, it'll legit get hard and make something else hard. Point blank. Like my nipples were never my spot before. And now it's crazy because like when I'm doing the nasty and a dude is like licking on my nipples, like it's like the best feeling in the world. Before I would just fake it and be like, oh yeah, damn, that shit feels good, ha ha ha. But now like, bro, like really I'd be like, hey, back up off the nipple. Like my nipples are extremely sensitive. Now I can appreciate how people feel when, you know, they say they have sensitive nipples, and you know, I have a very good tongue and I would do things to their nipples. Now I can see why they used to squirm like that. Like my nipples are super sensitive, and yeah, I love every bit of my new sensitive nipples, and I love getting them licked now. What can I say? But guys, that is all the information that I have for you guys on nipple piercings. Hope that it taught some of y'all something. And for y'all that were out there thinking about whether you wanted to get your nipples pierced or not, I hope that this kind of helped you, you know, lean towards whether you were wanting to get it pierced or you weren't wanting to get it pierced. Just remember, the pain is tolerable. You'll be able to make it through the pain. Don't be one of those people that only make it through the first one and you're walking around with only one nipple piercing, unless that's what you want to do. But if that's not what you want to do, don't be walking around with both piercings. If you went through one, go ahead and get the other one done. The recovery time is not that bad at all. Ice it and you'll be fine. I put Band-Aids over mine just so that you know, they're like the cloth part over it, so that, not the sticky part, but just the cloth part and then the sticky parts on the side, so that I personally wouldn't snag anything, because that was what I had a problem with when I first got them pierced. I would snag them on everything. So yeah, make sure that if you guys do it, put band-aids over it so that you don't snag them. When you're in the shower, make sure that you don't put like your bath wash soap like directly on it. You need to just wash it with like warm water, a little like Epsom salt or something like that. But don't do it with because it'll dry it out. So don't do it with the body wash. It'll dry it out really bad, and then it's gonna suck like super, super bad, and it's gonna itch, and then people are gonna think that you have like titty crabs or something. So do not do that. The sensation of them, like I said, is 100% on point. I love my nipples now. I sit here and play with my nipples like 24/7. If I don't have a shirt on, 9 times out of 10, I'm rubbing on my nipples, which is really awkward. But I love the sensation that I get from my nipples now. And yeah, that's really about all I can tell you guys. So if you like this video, make sure that you guys go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Go ahead and subscribe if you did not subscribe already. Please, 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 please do me that favor and subscribe. And I promise you, you will not regret it. You will love the MVP crew. We are the latest crew on YouTube. The MVP crew shout out of the day is going to go to Ashlyn Brazil. I know I've given you a shout out before, but literally like you are the epitome of what I see in my MVP crew members. You know what I'm saying? You're always there. You're like one of the first ones to comment all the time. Notification gang turned on. Y'all, if y'all aren't a part of the notification gang, make sure that you turn on your notification bell. But yeah, Ashlyn Brazil, thank you for being a loyal MVP crew member, and I appreciate you. You are the real MVP. Salute. But I'm about to get out of here, so like I always say, I rock with y'all the way that y'all rock with me. So continue to rock with your boy, and we're out. Peace.